Hello everybody, welcome back in. This is another Stormgate cast. I'm Algorithmor, and this is NyoriE. Welcome in, NyoriE. I think this may be the first game I've cast of yours. Maybe not, maybe not. And his opponent in the red playing Vanguard, this is VincentVanGGod. VincentVanGGod. This is actually Isma. I didn't know this in the last game I cast of Vincent. Is Isma, also better known as Isma. Isma is back on Twitch. Check him out. I think he does stream a bit, but is also active in the Discord and on Twitch. You can check him out. So let's see what these two have in store for us. A couple fiends running down the map here to see, gets that scouting information. Here on Broken Crown, that's kind of a quick route and straight on top of the barracks. So NyoriE has an idea here of what he wants to do. He wants to put damage. Sometimes you see these units come in and go straight for servos, but going for the barracks I think is also a really good idea. I like that, going for supply, going for racks, and the fiends have a high DPS. Yeah, see, they're hoping they can get to that barracks so they can put a few more seconds of DPS down. Nope. Maybe threatening a servo there, but finally just running away and making Vincent do his own micro. Although you might just be moving your units and they can follow those fiends pretty well. Fiends coming around the background, ooh, around the backside like the Trailer Park Girls. Come running in to see what's going on. More racks, more racks. Okay, you're going bio. I see a biokinetic slab. I see a chicken. You're a fan of chicken, are you? You support the Children's Hospital of Orange County. Oh, okay. Good scouts. Good scouts. But the Lancer's doing a great job of not letting those fiends do anything. And the fiends, as you can see, super squishy. So all it needs is one or two chops of the Lance. Oh, wow, they're getting away. Wow, they're getting away. Nice control from NyoriE so far with his fiends. Keeping them alive, getting that great scout information, and also making Vincent Isma stay on his heels a bit.
A Stormgate will activate soon.
Stormgate up in the top left. There is nothing else out of NyoriE yet in terms of army value. He is bringing a ritual chamber to help get those gaunts with their soul branch chakrams with their curse. Looks like one of the fiends did go down, and lots of lancers moving out. They're headed, it looks like, towards the third base over here. Of course, there is no third there yet. There used to be a time on a distant, different patch where that was the guaranteed third base for an Inferno player. But now I think the expansion pattern has changed a bit. And I do like this about Broken Crown. Some people complain about this map just because it's so old. It's one of my favorite maps because it's got a lot of diversity on the map. And over the last year of early access, the meta on this map has changed so many times. In particular, like the expansion pattern, like I've talked about here. Here we go. Lancers showing up. The imps get pulled pretty quickly, and really nice control from NyoriE to keep the Lancers out on front on the brutes. The imps there are in a vulnerable position, but you have to target fire them when the army's there. And for now, Vincent has done a great job of just harassing and pulling back. I almost called him Jay, because this playstyle so far reminds me a little bit of Jay. Jay can be a little bit more aggressive, but he pulled in there, but then pulled back while his Lancers were still alive. And now look, full heal up from the Faerun on these Lancers is going to allow them to basically, all that damage they took is erased, literally, as we watch their hit point bars fill back up. And that means just added value from these units, right? One of the main core strategies in an RTS game is try and get a lot of value out of your units by keeping them alive longer. I mean, every time they do an attack, you know, that's more DPS out. If you can make sure you maximize the number of attacks they're alive for, you obviously are doing more damage. And we're seeing that here. The Exos staying on the ramp here. They're not quite behind the Lancers there. They've moved into a better position. Single Hellborn in the back with her crazy damage is killing Lancers out front. But now she's going to go down to some focus fire. NyoriE, his army has deleted. The Faerun here being, you know, telling the story here. And pushing in now is Isma, and he's going to be taken out. This third base here, we see this base get a cancel too. Just not confident that he will be able to defend it. But nonetheless, here come more Brutes, Bruce Gaunts, and a Hellborn. Like I said, that Hellborn in the back doing that extra work, putting down that serious single target damage. Imps got pulled here. I thought those were Gaunts, but they moved too slow to be Gaunts. This base was denied. Isma is going to go up here and take out a few of the imps that made their way over here, as well as taking out that farm, that tribute pyre. The Stormgate's going to appear right here near where his army is, so he's pulling back. This could be a winning move for him as he's up in supply, did some good base denying there. This will allow the Faerun to heal back up, rather, to re-energize her, get some more power so she can be back into action. And what are we going to pop? Something good? It is the, what are Shadow Void Prowlers. We call them Shadow Prowlers. They used to be Shadow Mastiffs, and now they are Void Prowlers. And for the moment, it looks like they're being stuck with the army, which can be really good with bio, actually. You can jump them on the back of the Gaunts. Really, two things you can do with these Vile Prowlers. You either keep them with your army and make them a flanking group, and like I said, super good at that. Or you try and skirt them into the main, and they might be able to teleport up here. Is there anything to knock down these trees? No. So Void Prowlers in the main, and immediately killing Imps. Imps go down super fast to them. Pretty much nothing you can do here. Except hold those Imps to safety and hope your army arrives in time to save some of them, as they did here. 5 or 6 get away. The Void Prowlers are still pretty good army units, but they're not great front line. They're not just going to be that great going toe-to-toe with a bunch of Brutes. And for now, there's one Void Prowler still giving some problems here. It gets taken out. That was enough time for this army to move to the front. And it's not in a great position yet. Okay, regrouping for Isma here. And he's trying to go, and now, wow, really nice positioning there in between the buildings. But we're also seeing a Necrotic Hex Field pop down. That's super good against Bio. The Bio is very low here. We're hearing the dying, all these Exos dying to the curse, and so many Phantoms showing up. Oh, a huge swarm of Phantoms now. NyoriE has an opportunity here. Those Phantoms, of course, are timed units. No, you got to keep running with them. You can't run back with them. They are useless back here. We're going to watch them all sort of die now. There was a lot of value in that temporary army there. I think you just send the Phantoms at least following. And look at this response from Vincent. Boom. I need a new army fast, so I need 6 new racks. 6 racks dumped. New base up. Lots of Therium mining going on at that base. And there is an army rallying here where there used to be a health camp. Now it's just a little niche in the forest there where you can rally all your army. It's kind of a good place for the army to sit. This is another good place. But great SimCity here to kind of block off. I don't think that's a full wall there, but that will help.
Dimensional rift detected. A Stormgate will activate soon.
Okay, another Stormgate coming up. And again, in a very nice position for Vincent, who's added a ton of Vulcans. Somehow, losing that army, he was still able to just rebuild. And his still up in supply. He's
A
actually
Stormgate has appeared.
increased his supply lead after that army loss, which is really, really crazy. NyoriE is getting a pretty good high tier army. We saw that he had the Necrotic Hex Field on his Hexens already. He's got 4 of them. He's got Weavers. He's got Hellborn. He hasn't knocked down the trees. Oh, he has knocked down a few of the trees here. And this base is up. But it's a deep one pulled in by Vincent. Okay. This could be the final battle here. More trees knocked down here. Here comes the big army. It's up by about 20. Necrotic Hexfield goes down, and the Exos get pulled back out of it. Only a few units are standing in it, although those units are going down. Deep One gets focus fire down really quickly, and NyoriE is able to really push into this army here. The Vulcans are going down. The Exos in the back doing their best to stand up, but no, they have to retreat back. NyoriE doing a good job here of defending against what was a very scary Vanguard army. The Necrotic Hexfield doing so much work there, even with the good maneuvering from Vincent, who pulled his Exos largely back, and a lot of them started damaging the shrine here, which is why it's at half-life. But it also meant all those Exos were not part of the army, weren't damaging, for instance, Weavers, Hellborn, Brutes, etc. And so the Necrotic Hexfield there ended up being a zoning tool, as it tends to usually be in higher level games. Vincent's pulled back. Now remember, he was on a ton of production here, which means his army is still he's still ahead in army supply, despite effectively running his army across the map and getting it deleted twice in a row. Overcharged servos are a little bit hard to kill, even with 4 fiends. The fiends are like, fine, we'll just rest on the ramp here while you put up the base. And then try to run in, but the army's already here. Little defensive front line being put up. Transferring of some workers. The main base is all mined out. Still got some Therium there. Lots of promotes. Using that energy on the Vulcans, it looks like. And we've got a hurricane on the map. Hurricanes have arrived, my friends. Oh, where's the hurricane coming from? This massively solar habitated hangar bay. Pop. Another hurricane on the map. And Vince has got a ton of Therium, which means more hurricanes can be made.
Dimensional rift detected. A Stormgate will activate soon.
Workers being pulled out here to this forward base. This will be base number 6. All the bases now on the map have been taken. NyoriE, both of them here at the Stormgate.
A Stormgate has appeared.
But NyoriE's pulling back and Vincent is going for it. Is probably going to capture it. Might be able to get another deep one out of it if he's lucky. Could also get a power stone or some soul stones. Soul forges. Ooh, and is that a Stormcaller? Yes, it is. Yes, it is. One of the coolest rewards out there. It doesn't look the greatest. I really don't like the graphic for it. But in most games I've seen it pulled out, it becomes a very fun and devastating tool. Is he just going to pull it on the workers here? Boom, it's moved all the way forward. What are you doing? What are you doing? He's like, I dare ya. Gonna eat some workers. And then it's a zoning tool. Just gonna sit it on the ramp. Shadow Flyers come in. Take out the hurricanes. One hurricane, I should say. And here we go. Stormcaller. Oh, protecting the units here. Moving into the army. Just chewing through. Hope you like storms, because I called one upon your army. Deleting it up. Wow, Stormcaller did pretty good, but did not delete the whole army there. And oh no, Isma. I was expecting you were going to win here. But NyoriE, once again, with a clutch defend. I love this Harbinger over here for the Shroud. And yikes. Wow, Vincent. Isma is back in his base is where he's at. NyoriE managing to come out finally with the supply lead, and now he's throwing down fireballs, those flaming basketballs, onto the supply depots here, also known as habitats. I don't know what a supply depot is. That could be something in a parallel universe. Overcharge going down, Hurricane up on the top. Are we going to get a clutch defense here from Vincent here? It's going to be hard, although the Hurricane above, I don't see any bombing runs. He must be out. Shadow Flyer showing up. Oh, take out the Hurricane. There are a ton of Exos on the bottom. Can they defend their super low life? We hear Hellborn going down, but no. Reinforcements are arriving. The Brutes and the Gaunts are enough to push the Exos back up to the sentry post. Another Hurricane shows up. Okay. Super clutch defense so far from Vincent. Can NyoriE get back in this now? Oh, wow. Lots of crazy back and forth. And again, we are seeing the adage, do not attack in Stormgate. Everyone who's attacked so far has watched their army delete into a really clutch defense. NyoriE trying to rebuild. Doesn't have the income, apparently. Has the charges.
Dimensional rift detected. A Stormgate will activate soon.
And Vincent, who had put down all this extra production earlier, is able to just queue up and keep his army coming out. And NyoriE, okay, pretty good force, but that's mostly imps there.
A Stormgate has appeared.
And letting his base go down while he's... Okay, yikes! Oh! Once again, a lot of Shadow Flyers just impacting on a single Hurricane. NyoriE's trying to get the reinforcements here, which is one way to deal with that army. Bombing run gets dodged. That's clutch with only a single helicarrier there. And wait a second. Isma is like, I need a base. And this base looks free. Are you using this base? Are you going to finish this? Nah? Alright, Shadow Flyers here. Not going to do much to the base. As this force says, I'm going for your third base, which is already mined out. NyoriE is in a problematic position here. Already mined out. Went for the Stormgate. Got the Stormgate. What does he get for a reward? Needs something clutch here. Double power stones. Double soul forge, sorry. Gonna go for extra Weaver action. But meanwhile, oh, fourth Hurricane here. And that is a G from NyoriE.